There it is.
Damn,
there
that's
it is.
the duo synergy right there.
So I can fit in your shoes, but can I fit in their shoes? That's the real question. What is their perspective? What is their shoe angle?
Well, yeah, so DPLUS, right? Put yourself in their UK 10.5 shoes, EU 45 shoes. What are they thinking, taking BNK FEARX to a map that we saw FEARX win against CAG a week ago?
I think... So obviously, Chalet, the way that it's being played right now in the meta at the highest level, was revolutionized and created in Brazil from Furia, the former W7M roster, where you will play open lines of sight, you'll play more on the denying the entry, playing for the extensions, and just like turtling on the bomb side. If there's one thing that will benefit DPLUS right now is that they've been playing Chalet at the highest level in the probably best region to play the map in for a very long time. Now the thing is, and this is again what I always get back to, FEARX have a coach who, guess what, is from Brazil. So he knows the strats that they play in the best region, and therefore will do the exact setup we're seeing right now from Coded that we saw from W7M, what, 2-3 years ago, where you will play these long lines aside, deployable shield often from the Frost, this time I believe with camera, and then you just will play ACOGs. You can now play all the way from office, piano, hallway, and see all the way in towards library. You can contest these fights very early on. You can play soft walls instead of reinforced wall. So, off the rip, we see FEARX do just that.
I mean, how many ACOGs have we got in this lineup, right? Frost, we've got the Boss G on Mephi. I think we got 3, right? Castle's still got ACOGs,
okay, three with Boss G. Yeah. I didn't consider the Boss G, to be fair.
Mate, you always got to remember the Boss G, otherwise you're going to get a face full of slug shot.
Well, you told me the K1A is a good weapon, and we've seen 0 K1As in like 4 separate Boss G players.
The K1 is a good weapon, but the Boss G is better. I will say, if Vigil did not have a secondary automatic weapon, like let's say he just had a pistol instead of the C75 and the SMG12, I reckon we'd see a lot more K1A play. Because people people don't want to just have the Boss G.
That's like saying if Mutant Smoke didn't have a shotgun, we see the MP5 and FMG, like, of course.
No, it's actually more like saying if Smoke and Mute didn't have the SMG11, then we wouldn't see them play shotgun.
They would still shotgun. No, we probably still would. You need a primary shotgun in that case, don't we?
True, yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting about Mute.
That's an entry.
Yeah, that is one way to get it done. Of course, it only gets the job half done as Niers is on the floor. It's a dangerous spot to try and go for a revive. And Rinsen is coming. He's keen for it. He's looking for an opportunity. E1D comes through. I'm pretty confident that Niers would have heard that Rin is just around the corner here. DPLUS want to try and get this revive, but they're not going to do it because it's just not safe. It simply is not safe. Player outside 2 of Rin's windows. Nade comes through. He gets back for a brief moment. Player goes in. There's no way to revive Niers here, especially with Good Boy coming to support from the bottom of Trophy stairs. Rin finally goes down. This could be the swing. Doesn't get the angle though. And FEARX going to have to cut their losses.
I thought for a second that Niers could be saved. There was like half a second left. No, it's over. And now FEARX, it's plan B. Good Boy hiding in Solarium, proning below that default camera position. Mephi been unsuccessful on the Vigil roam so far. Not finding kills, not that many drones downstairs either. Has to make his retreat back towards site. The good news with BNK, they have the camera top blue. They can see the backstab flank potential. A walk-in gets found, injured. Perfect timing for Mephi and Coded with a second good angle. Just waiting and watching now for DPLUS to make their approach.
Yeah, it's a stall out though for the Brazilians, isn't it? They have the numbers advantage.
Very much so.
They don't have enough drones. I think that's why Good Boy decided to make this play. There's 3 drones in the field. Falls, finds 1. There's the trigger discipline to not shoot straight away. And Good Boy finds the double. And the rat play pays off for FEARX as they steal the first round on Chalet.
Looking mighty comfortable. Now what was I gonna say? I had a point. Oh yeah, you're correct by the way. The weapons analogy, you're right. If Mutant Smoke didn't have SMG11, we'd see probably just more MP5K and FMG instead of more shotgun. You are correct, and I'm wrong. I'm owning my mistake.
Wow. Can you imagine the 2019 Pengu uttering those words? You were correct, and I'm wrong.
No.
I remember your interviews back in the day.
Could either.
Dude, retirement's done a lot for you, hasn't it?
It has perspective, old age, wisdom, etc.
A few stern
I think admitting
warnings
when you're
from Yubi
wrong.
back in the day when you were whining a little bit too much as a player.
It's been a long time. Okay, that's like 2018. Okay, that's really far back in the archives here.
I remember it.
But yeah,
You made yourself
still
really
think-
easy to hate as a player, by the way.
Fabian and I were both like such easy villains, but Fabian was like for a good reason, and I was for a bad reason. And I don't know why it's so hard in the past to admit fail, but I still to this day, Fabian will always say, "You could never admit you're wrong." And it's like, Fabian, it's like 7 years ago. Like, you're completely correct, but like, let me grow out of that version of myself
I'm all
and grow
for it.
into. Yeah.
I'm all for it.
I think it's important to. I think I saw this quote one time that be nice to everyone because everyone has something they can teach you. In the simple thing that we don't know everything about every single aspect of the world, right? And even if you know a lot about one topic, even I will not know everything correctly about Rainbow Six Siege specifically, even if I think I do. You asked me earlier, can Oryx dash through his own deployable shield? I'm like, I don't no idea. You know?
Nah, you're
Not a
meant to know
clue.
everything, dude. What do you mean? That's why you're my
Right,
colorcaster. I
right.
certainly don't know everything. Certainly don't know much about.
But combined, we might know most things.
Yeah, how are you on pi? How many digits of pi do you know?
3.14, and then we're done right there.
3.141592653.
I'm not here to check you, but if you keep practicing, you can keep going further and further.
I mean,
straight in the bomb site.
Yeah, Levy's clearly done his work. He's been prone, and Midi erupting straight into the bomb site. A big rug pull here from DPLUS as FEARX fall apart on the bomb site. Mephi finished off as well. It's a complete unlock as the onslaught from the DPLUS players steals away the site. Rin is traded on the top floor after he finds the player on the window. All about Good Boy now on this retake. And he's about to meet a face full of blitz. Easy lockout for Nears. And a dominant round. What a play from DPLUS. The rush from Trophy. In a very strong way, an impressive way. Resounding victory in their second attack.
The beauty of best of three is that first map, when it's a completely even scoreline and map line, you can just do the craziest stuff with no care in the world. I mean, DPLUS has said, you know what, it's time to go 1, 2, 3, full send it. If that was an overtime on the third map, there's going to be a little bit of jitter, a little bit of nerve going into that one. And this just goes to show both teams can take full control when they need to. I will say, look in the first 2 rounds, yes, it's a 1-1 round count, but DPLUS have been the ones in charge in both of those. The early entry in the first round into Trophy, Nearest trading, he gets a kill, he gets injured. This second round, just into sight, get down that diffuser, good coverage, they're everywhere that they need to be. DPLUS, they are primed and ready for Chalet, and this is why they were happy to take FEARX to it, despite it being a good map for them.
That's the thing I've noticed about Brazilian players, obviously, aside from the fact that they're just the GOATs, right? Something about the Brazilians, like when they're losing, they just get like more motivated. You see a lot of teams and players get like dejected when they're down. I think particularly I've seen it from like a lot of Korean and Japanese teams. You know, CAG is a great example. Like when they're energized, you see it on their faces. When they're like start to really fall behind, like the dejection comes through, teammates get quiet. You know, sometimes players, you know, bite each other's heads off. But no, the Brazilians, like every time they lose a round, the fire just gets stoked. The bellows comes out. They get a new gust of second wind, and they go massive. They'll go and reply after losing the first round with a rush in the second.
Something that you'd think every team and every player would have, because it's such a great skill.
It's a cultural thing,
to have at your disposal. Yeah, exactly. It's a cultural thing, and also players are all very different mentally. The challenges that they face, how they perceive things to be. I mean, from my experience, Fabian thought we would win every single match ever. I thought we would lose every single match ever. And the way that you think about that affects players differently. I had to bring my 100% A game every day because I thought we were gonna lose. Fabian was like, he thinks we're gonna win. He needed that confidence and false belief to lead his team the best that he possibly could. I needed to think that we were gonna lose to play my own best individual performance. So even there, small things. I could never voice that though. If I ever said, I think we're gonna lose this game, I would get a very angry Swedish guy yelling at me.
Yeah.
And of course, if a guy says, guys, we're down 0-6, we got this, we're better, do you believe in me? You're gonna go, yeah, of course. You lose 0-7, right? It's fine. You can't sit there and go, no, actually, we're not the better team.
Oh, here we go. Clash getting in all around
Nears.
it. Oh, Nears! He snuck into the bomb site and he's read them like a book. He's now getting aggressive playing against the Clash. He sees another one! Oh my god,
Jesus.
Nears! Get that bearing 9 out of here! He's tearing apart the Koreans! It's Rin versus the world! Levy! A flawless round! Nears is so hyped up his bloody camera's fallen over! What a round from DPLUS!
Out of nowhere, that right there is a classic case of off-pace play. Basically, they're doing something way before they're supposed to. If you're a player in FEARX, you're thinking, they're still missing verticality, they gotta drone the bomb site, they gotta throw out the utility, then they gotta go. So in your head, you're waiting for the next step for your opponent. And then all of a sudden, we see Nears literally just in the bomb site pushing Trench against the Clash fearlessly. And he uses the Clash pressure as a distraction, goes in, turns around, kills the guy trying to help the Clash, then takes down the Clash shortly after, and the teammate before that. He played this perfectly. Even if Nears were to die right here with 0 kills, the plant goes down. And DPLUS plays a 4 versus 5 post-plant, which is also favored. But because Nears absolutely pops off, he gets all the kills, the bomb goes down, and it's flawless. FEARX, they're going to be scrambling right now, figuring out, okay, what type of bomb site rotation do we go for? Because Chalet is a little bit unique in the sense that all 4 bomb sites are, I would say, equally playable. Of course, it depends on the operator bands, what you're good at, what the enemy is good at, but you can totally play kitchen, top floor, bar, or basement. And with how DPLUS are picking apart some of these attacking rounds, you might want to try and avoid those bomb sites because they got that under a lock and key.
Gotta say, liking what I'm seeing so far from old DPLUS. They love to find opportunities to exploit weaknesses. 2 rounds now, both have basically been rushes, even if not at the start of the round. FEARX need to keep their cool. Just because you keep getting rushed doesn't mean you have to get too antsy, doesn't mean you have to overpeak in your positions, good boy. You've invested a whole operator into protecting yourself here on the Wamai.
Changing mags.
Levy looks good. The way he's peeking this, don't overstretch your imagination. Yeah, you just got to play passive here. Just got to wait it out. Burn some util, buy some time.
Yeah. That's exactly it. If you can burn something with the Wamai magnets, whether it's just simple flashbangs or air jabs, the more you burn, the more you win. Likewise for DPLUS, I mean, they're trading 1 for 1. Levy is stuck outside the building. Well, he's not stuck, he's holding an angle, but he's keeping Good Boy stuck in a corner of library. If Good Boy moves around thinking that it's clear, he might just get taken out for free. Dokkaebi Call comes out, Levy knows that Good Boy is still going to be in that position. We saw a mini play in the basement, the Selma charge with the secondary MP opens up the line of sight into stock by the bomb site. This now means that DPLUS could actually hit the bomb site directly. Mitzi, long angle, all the way from kitchen or dining, takes down a player on side to the soft wall. Now Levy has a player stuck in the corner. If they can clear Good Boy, they can actually go for a direct bomb site plant. However, clearing him, not sure how they're going to do it. There's no nades.
Oh, the nade does come through.
Just
I'm not
drops.
sure where that was from. I think that was the last nade. Wait. Oh, sorry,
it's Striker.
falls on
It's the
Striker.
recruit, man.
We always get trolled by that,
so
dude.
elusive.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So 2 flashes and a nade, and they do flush him out. Thankfully, Good Boy gets away with his life, though. Next, the point of contention here is FEARX holding onto the top floor. It's Murphy on the ward, and oh, hello! In goes the Striker. Down he goes, looking for a trade, but they don't overstretch themselves, DPLUS. No, they play it well. Coded in off angle, finds Levy dropping back to the bomb site. It's a 2v3 for the Koreans, and plenty of time for DPLUS. Ooh.
A reset now. Trying to get into some stable positions, dropping away from the bomb side, going
doesn't know.
downstairs. They don't know.
I didn't hear
He
it.
throws it against them.
No, he
Needs
has
the
an
skill,
inkling.
but now they have any information.
He's going to check the angle.
Hard
Oh,
left.
he loses it!
Oh,
Coded might have done what's needed, but no, the trade comes through thick and fast. Meanwhile, Rin falls. And DPLUS Well, they've stretched BNK FEARX thin, and they've forced them to take their tactical timeout to get a handle of Chalet.
I love this. I love early tactical timeouts. FEARX, of course. I have a lot of faith in Dark as a coach. And right now, you see him in the background, it's gonna be about what they're discussing before the match, what they are doing correctly, and what they aren't doing correctly. And likely talking about what we're seeing from DPLUS specifically, saying, guys, we might have thought they were gonna go for this more passive style, they're actually gonna go aggressive, now these are gonna be our adaptations. Or it's gonna be, guys, they're going aggressive, just like we discussed about, so make sure you don't forget X, Y, Z. There's a very clear game plan here in mind for FEARX. It hasn't come to fruition. It's come down to DPLUS being the better team and better individuals in the server and always making FEARX fight with a numbers disadvantage. And they're just scrambling to get things back together. In that 2v3, they're both evacuating the bomb site, trying to go for solo kills instead of playing together. Because they know DPLUS, they have a good way to execute. They need to try and stop them from executing by getting the kill first, then they can play a normal round. But they're just not winning those gunfights.
Attackers need to locate.
I mean, Niers has barely lost a gunfight. He's 7-1, by the way.
Yeah.
That Deimos now. It's a tough position to be in. We know that Chalet is pretty hard to defend, right? Like, this is one of those maps.
Yeah, it is.
One of those maps that's similar to Border in a way that it's claustrophobic. It does have its fair share of differences to Border, but you can spend 2/3 of the round outside the building and achieve so much on the attacking side. And if you're a defensive player, like you're playing in a hard-to-play position, whether it's top of mezzanine or whether it's inside a library or in solar on the solar stairs, like these are hell in a cell positions that you try and play to die, hope to get a kill or two, but often it's going to be just you, maybe sustaining a crossfire with someone on the other side in another hell in a cell position, and then you've got the entire team working together to kill you.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Trying to watch the switch up here. Operator-wise, no major change, I would say, for FEARX. I spoke to Rob a little bit, saying how Rin could be a deciding factor, or at the very least, a person to exploit for DPLUS. Rin, as we all know and love, is very happy to take a gunfight, right?
Yeah, but
if you open a window, he often comes running.
I feel like Rin is one of those players who he's got so many big highlight plays, but very hot and cold, right? Like, you can remember, you can surely think of so many Rin moments, right? Where he goes absolutely nuclear. He's often a bit of a, he likes to take his risks. He likes to be a bit of a rat player sometimes and hope that his opponent is making a mistake and then gets a high value reward. But on average, he has to keep his head above the water because so far, he's actually the lowest rated player on his team. His KD is only +2. He's -11 on entry. So he's a bit of a hit and miss player, and unfortunately this map has been missed for him. Thankfully, his teammate Woogieman has stepped up, taken a lot of damage, but he's finished off the top fragger from DPLUS pretty early on in the round and nullified that Deimos.
Yeah, it's a huge gadget to remove from action. Falling back, Woogieman is now towards Master Bedroom. That means they've surrendered Solarium control to the attackers. Timing there from Falls. As we saw somebody drop down the hatch. I think that's Rin actually, yeah, now downstairs in the wine cellar. So FEARX right now say, guys, we got the opening pick. We can actually surrender map control, go for a flank later in the round, and just hold on towards the bomb side. Now DPLUS are working from behind, and they gotta still take map control. They still gotta try and find a kill somewhere before they can execute. So I like this in FEARX, recognizing, guys, it's time to play more passive. Woogieman finds a second on the vert as well.
Yeah. It's nice. I mean, a lot of people, especially in ranked, you'd probably be, you think about the old way that we used to play Siege was you think about roamers and anchors, right? And the anchors are typically not doing a lot aside from flicking cams when they're on side. But these days, especially on a map like Chalet, Woogieman, he's an anchor. He can find 2 kills at the start of the round by playing off a vert, by supporting his roaming teammates. However, he is eventually traded before he's able to get the most out of his gas. So a little bit of an unfortunate turn of events, and now the second kill falls, flips the round over. It's bathroom control. It's also solar. DPLUS are very close to this bomb site. FEARX figuring out how do they play this. Do they swing? Do they exercise patience? 15 seconds. Code is getting very aggressive. He falls. 2 falls. He's now the last one remaining. 1v2. He's got Rin right around the corner. Rather, that's Mephi. Oh, Mephi with a drop shot somehow wins the gunfight. The bleeding has been stopped for a brief moment after that tactical timeout. FEARX find their second round.
Very good timings there from FEARX when they lash out together, and it looked a little bit shaky at first because you had Good Boy middle of the bathroom just kind of dying alone holding a solo angle, and I'm thinking, okay, FEARX, I just said how the plan was to fall back, play passive angles, go for a backstep and lash out together. Then they didn't do that. But then when they recognized, okay, this is absolutely losable still, they did a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and they all pushed in together. One, I think it was Rin possibly, swung the window by the piano hallway in towards, you know, the bathroom window, piano window, etc. to combat the exterior. And 2 people on defense pushed in 1 closet, 1 deep master bedroom, and they get a 1-for-1 trade, taking down that diffuser. So really excellent mini play from FEARX, reading the round correctly. That kind of play only works because they have numbers disadvantage very early on due to Wookieman finding those 2 kills. And you're right, the way that the game has evolved over years is that we don't really have roles the same way as we used to be. Back when you were a hard support, back when, let's say, back when Thermite was the only hard breacher, you could not afford to die. You could take 0 risk. You could not, you just undrones the entire round holding a dead angle, because if Thermite died, you can't breach anything. Nowadays, it's a matter of you have Thermite and somebody else hard breaching, if you even play Thermite, because you got Ace Nibbana these days. And then the second you've done your hard breaching, you become an entry. Congratulations, you can now die, or you can go for a plant. Then you have flex players, when you play utility like, let's say, Grim, Cabotao, Ying, etc. But if you're in the 5v5, those exact operators become entry. And you can't have people be afraid of dying because of playing an important operator, because then you can't get in the building. So it feels like everyone is kind of taking turns playing the entry, the anchor, the roamer. It's much less operator and role specific jobs nowadays, and more about positionings and timing based what your role is in a given round.
And one last round here for FEARX. Ooh, off angle for Coded. If he had one of his teammates baiting, he might be more favored here. Ooh. Not sure if Levy saw him there. Oh, what is that? The timing immediately.
Okay.
Coded runs into a Claymore, so at least that situation trades itself out. It's a lot of util to lose, though, on the striker. And what's more, even at Nears, he was 7-1 before. He's now 7-3. He's struggling at the end of this half.
Striker had 1 grenade in pocket and 2 flashbangs. That'll be lost now forever. Mephi finds Levy shortly afterwards, and Sophia off the board. So we got a Grim, a Nook, and a Gridlock. Good for 1 is Mitty in the piano hallway, advancing forward. DPLUS, they want vert control, but they have no vertical destruction really, besides Gridlock's secondary shotgun. There's a rat in the corner. Wookieman waiting for his kill.
Freebie.
They have no idea.
Yeah. 2 free kills for FEARX. Falls. Last one. It's going to be an even end to the half here for FEARX, which is pretty solid considering they were down 3-1. That tactical timeout really did work wonders. What the hell did Dark say to them?
The right things. And during SI in Brazil 2 years back, there was this someone did a statistical fun fact about tactical timeouts. And it was about the highest impact or highest value tactical timeouts, where it will calculate when a team will take a timeout and then what happened in the round after. Would they have a higher win rate? Would they have a higher loss rate, etc.? And there were literally some teams that had like a 85% win rate in the round following a tactical timeout. And it's like, oh, dude, that's gonna be the best coach, right? They're just saying the right things at the right time, etc. How much of a truth there is that kind of stat, I'm not entirely sure, but I will say this: whenever FEARX they take a tactical timeout, there's a big switch up in performance and outcome in a positive way. And I think it goes to show how much prep work plays into this and how much of a role Dark has in this team. And it can be a double-edged sword. It's great when you can remember those things and execute it from the player's perspective, but if they cannot figure it out in the server adaptively on the fly, Dark literally needs to call a tactical timeout and hope that the players understand it the second time around. And if they don't, that could be the map over, right? So
sure.
FEARX arguably little bit reliant on their coach, but not necessarily in the worst of ways.
Yeah, for sure. But also, I mean, you got to give them credit. Like, it's one thing to be told what to do or being given some ideas by your coach or some motivation. It's another thing to actually be able to implement that immediately. Like, you don't have long.
Yes.
And what's more, there is obviously a pretty big language barrier here. FEARX, most of them don't speak English. I know that Coded's English is very good. I'm not sure about the rest of them. But yeah, a lot of the Korean players don't speak much English. Obviously, you know what it's like talking to the Talon boys. Like, they've had to work really hard just to get enough English to have a good conversation, let alone talk about some pretty complicated in-game stuff. And Dark, obviously, English isn't his first language either. That would be Portuguese. So it's language barrier against language barrier just to try and make things work. But he's been working with these players for a long time. He knows them very well. As we switch into the second half, see if FEARX can maintain that momentum they got from winning the last 2 defensive rounds after the timeout. DPLUS on the defense. They got a nice setup here. Wow, they've extended so much, haven't they? There's a hell of a lot of util upstairs as well in the bathtub. 3 ADSs and a shield. Coded's watching for anyone to enter that position at the moment. Bullet's actually about to jump in, I think. He seems suspicious. Oh, wow.
Nice try.
I mean, that's 2 bullets landing, by the way.
Yeah. If only you had a Doc or a Thunderbird now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Doc would be
Both
massive
very low
here,
picket operators.
It really does change how Bullet can play this.
Now operator bans double shield from DPLUS and FEARX banning Asami and the Clash. Asami because you used that to extend over and across, and in Bullet's position right now, he's stuck in the he was stuck in the bathtub rather. You can then, he still is actually. Is this master bedroom? Or is this bathroom? I can't read, that's
Master
my problem
bathroom.
actually. No mind.
It's alright.
Bathroom.
English is your second language too, so.
Yeah, it's fine. Had you had Asami here, you could keep it off the window and Bullet could escape with his life intact. Now he is quite literally stuck and we're just waiting for a grenade here being tossed on out.
There's 3 ADSs
3
there.
ADSs, you say?
Last one
There's
will
a flash,
work.
a nade,
Go.
he jumps and dead. Yep. Had there been an Asami, he can survive. Had there been a Clash, he could survive. That's why those are great operator bans. Is this a... What is this? Smoke on towards the balcony. Could be for the jump out, for the swing when it goes to the rappel on. But yeah, great problem solving here from
Wow. Oh yeah,
FEARX.
he's
Finding an
smoking
early
off
pick.
both of the potential
run
runouts
out.
onto him. Wow. The ideas here from FEARX, they're so smart. They're so expectant of that lobby.
Prep work.
Fluke Balk run out. Yeah, a lot of prep work. However, it's not really changed a lot. Obviously, those smokes don't last forever. It's not like they've executed on the back of it. Oh, this is a gnarly angle. Levy actually wins the fight against Coded down below. He was trying to watch for the retake here in bathroom. Oh, no. He's gotten into this oh-so-powerful position in the bathtub now. And if FEARX aren't careful, Levy is going to deal a lot of damage.
What can he do though? Monty can't quite get in. Maybe found an angle, finds one. Has to find more though.
No, doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it.
Still at a standstill though, especially with Levy in the bathtub. It's forcing Rin to go aggressive. Wookie though does find a big kill. Midi and Levy now, the last 2 remaining. Rin low on HP on this Monty, but he gets into a plant position. Might be safe, it might just. But he's got to worry about impact grenades, no less. It's a 1v1 though, Midi! Oh, he had to win that fight!
No.
And he did! Bloody close though, way too close for comfort, but DPLUS, he just barely get it across the line.
Very small things there. It was a clear vision from FEARX. Smoke off the run out, toss out the Candelas, get Mephi in the building. But one thing went the wrong way as they were executing. The only person covering bathroom was a Bok DMR downstairs holding the verticality, and they retook the master bathroom, and with that, the Monty couldn't plant. They had Monty deep in master very early on. They had Mephi deep in master very early on as well. The plant by the bedroom or by the closet is completely clear, but because they had Levy just sneak in bathroom, they couldn't go for it any longer. So DPLUS, they find the one gap they could exploit. And it forced Mephi to get aggressive, start swinging out with the Ying, expose his positions. Monty was rendered useless, couldn't do anything in that particular round. Despite the opening kill, despite the prediction, despite the read, DPLUS still find the way back. And it's through a simple gunfight on the vert. And 50-50 is sometimes all it takes in Siege.
Yeah, man. That was a round and a half. I actually love the strategy. I mean, this is definitely 2 of the best teams in APL, especially in APL North. FEARX and DPLUS. I feel like this is the beginning of a beautiful budding rivalry here. It was always a rivalry between these 2 top teams in Korea, DPLUS and FEARX. And I feel like that's only gotten juicier since DPLUS dropped Coded and Woogie Man, since they brought on this import roster. I thought that maybe it would be kind of a new era. It would be quite different, but no, the rivalry is still there. It's just gotten better.
Let's see. FEARX. Oh my god, a C4 out of nowhere.
That C4 was a
Falls on
torpedo.
the fadeaway. Yep. I mean, he was under rappel by the very edge of the balcony as well. That striker done for. Opening pick again against FEARX. Yes, they got a lash on the attack, but there are multiple rounds when FEARX were defending where DPLUS, they just strike first. These mini games have been so important for both teams, whether it's a C4 toss at a certain timing, a smoke grenade covering something else, or like a run out.
Oh.
And now DPLUS, they just. Oh, that's an Tagger. That's Wookieman and Sledge Shotgun. I thought there was a mute.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? But no, Sledge Shotty, no SMG-11 anymore. He's actually right next to the bomb side. Hello, goodbye.
Hello?
Falls is the anchor, and he's been taken apart. FEARX now have dominance over the bomb side. Midi looks for a retake. There's not a lot of ways that Woogie can play this, as he's restricted by having that shotgun and the pistol. It's all he's got available. Midi needs to take a longer range fight. Levy comes in to support. Plant will still go down. 2 in on the floor. Means that this is a 2 versus 2 now in the retake. Levy, is he going to get on the diffuser and hope that Midi can go for cover? Good Boy and Rin. Oh, sorry, Good Boy encoded. Rin still on the floor. An upside down rappel. Is he going to find the angle? Levy goes down. It should be a lock in here for FEARX. Despite losing the opening kill to that nuclear C4, they come back for a steal of a round thanks to that shotgun play from Wookieman. The scoreline is back even again. FEARX fighting for every single round in this game.
Ridiculous turn of events. I mean, the fact that they win off a Sledge Shotgun that finds himself in the middle of the bomb site out of nowhere. DPLUS were equally confused as well because they had no clue where he was at any moment in that round. I mean, he's blue stairs, he's in bar, he's in stock, he gets so much value, the plant goes down. Wookieman even stays alive for as long as he possibly could, not getting too crazy on swinging out with a shotgun and a pistol in hand. And yeah, it comes back to round by round. We had FEARX take the very opening defensive round, then 3 straight for DPLUS. Tactical timeout called. 3 straight for FEARX, 2 on defense, 1 on attack. Sorry, 2 straight in the tactical timeout, then DPLUS struck back. And now, DPLUS back to a 4-4, sorry. It's been back and forth for most of this. Curious if the pace will change now. FEARX, they only really went that fast, I believe, because they had to.
Yeah.
They lost a player early. They couldn't clear library necessarily with losing all the utils from Striker dying. And then they said, okay, guys, I think I have a gap here. Or if not, I can absolutely create one.
I mean, sure, but he always had the idea of bringing that shotgun. Like, that was from Prep Phase. And there's only a couple of places
That's
where
great
the
for
shotgun is really
staircases
good.
and...
But not
Yeah.
many staircases, because, like, look, if you want to come up from blue stairs, right, how are you going to get to the blue stairs? Because from Snowmobile, you've got a long hallway to walk down, and the only way to contest fights there is with the pistol. So it's a big risk. It's not like
It's
you're
true.
bringing shotgun on an operator that's got the SMG-11.
It's funny you said it because Sledge used to have this MG11.
Yeah, I wish.
You know,
Miss
F
those
for
days.
my boy. But then again, you're walking in mod door, which has literally 2 very long hallways and a staircase, and that's where the shotgun came into play. Either way, it's a huge risk to take, and a big reward, of course, granted, given.
Loading new mag.
Now, how do they get in the building? That's the question for FEARX right now. Entering can be hard. They're mostly watching angles from the exterior. Or they got drones just spamming those red pings, hoping that Nears and Ella will make a move in mezzanine, but he knows the angle. As long as he stays right here where he is right now, he'll be
Ooh.
fine. And if he overmoves,
Oh
he
my
might
God.
get shut down. Maybe takes down Levy instead.
I got to tell you, Nears is very lucky to have survived. Can I point out as well that this guy was 7-1. He's now died the last 4 rounds in a row with no kills. And Levy for Woogie, that's
It's kind of rude.
Hey, it's my job to point that out, man. Like, nothing against
To
him.
be
Sure,
rude?
he's a
Okay.
lovely guy. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my newfound casting career as a way to be rude then as well.
That's what casters do, man. It's in the job description. I'll be nice to you,
Yeah.
don't worry. You're beautiful today, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not a player anymore. Thank you. It's 'cause
You're
I got
you're
the,
a player to me,
the
man.
fun looking shirt. Yeah, you know, fun fact, January next year, I'll have been retired for longer than I was playing.
That's insane,
So
dude.
I've had a longer retirement period than the playing area very
insane.
soon.
How good is this, by the way? The Rayora
I like this. Yeah.
allowing an
beautiful.
unconventional exothermic that you usually wouldn't be able to go with. I'm loving the amount of Rayora that we've been seeing recently. Of course, that can then be opened up by the attack again. Second exothermic is going down on the main wall onto site. Usually you breach the office wall on the same angle that you're breaching the dining wall, but no, this is a curious, different way to play it, and I really do love it. Here comes the smoke. The Kali wants to go for it, and somehow Rin finds it despite the smoke. He's got good vision. He has a little gap. And the suppressive fire enables the plan to go down. It's now a post here, and DPLUS are desperate. They try to make their way forward. Midi here on the side in kitchen. This is a very exposed diffuser plant as well. He didn't plant right up against the bomb on the table. He went very shallow, very close to the breach, and it's allowing them to cover it with ease. All of these FEARX players on Overwatch all the way back. There's nothing to be done for Bullet here. It's going to be picked apart from above. FEARX retaking the top floor. And it's a great way for the Koreans to find their advantage here on Chalet. 1 round in the lead.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's the small things again. The aura, the exothermic charge upstairs, and they go below, and they don't waste any time. That's what I love about FEARX. Because the vision is so clear on what every single person's role is, they're all ready. Sometimes you will get teams, you know, they breach the upstairs wall, breach the downstairs wall. Now they got a drone. Now they gotta get this guy, you know, into the right position. Oh, the guy with smoke grenades, he's actually like really far away. Can you please get here? 20 seconds later. Okay, now we can execute. And when that happens, you're giving the defenders so much time to rotate and figure out what's about to happen, and they can then have the right counterplay. Because FEARX was so quick, the Warden was in Trophy. He had to go from Trophy into Kitchen Hall, and then he's faced with the smoke grenades. He doesn't know necessarily if there's a glass in play, so he can't just, you know, really get aggressive with it. And the C4 wasn't in a position, because Warden had it, to deny the planter. So by the time the C4 got tossed out, the plant is already down. It doesn't matter any longer. FEARX being rewarded again for how accurate they are strategically in the round, how quick they are, and how they are on the same exact wavelength when it comes to their timings. I think DPLUS, their strength in this best of 3 is probably gonna be on Chalet. Because it's a map that can be quite chaotic, and you can force gunfights, you can always go for a kill attempt. And the reason why that's so important here is I think the best course of action is to try and get an early kill against FEARX. Not because it's good to play man advantage, because that's like a duh. It's more because when you kill one of the 5 attacking operators, odds are you take down someone that would be required for them to execute. So just simply going for a 1-for-1 trade or a 2-for-2 trade, so you're playing 3 versus 3, now FEARX don't have all the tools they need to get the plant down. And that's their goal every single round right now. So that could be a way forward. And on Cafe and Lair, that is much more difficult. It's a very different map formula on how you play it there. So if DPLUS can't figure this out on Chalet, I can totally see a FEARX duo.
Yeah, and what's more, this is DPLUS's map.
Yeah.
FEARX won this
and
not long ago. I can't remember. Was it a week ago, I think I said?
Yeah, a week ago. You said it so well. It's like, you know, taking them to this map is a risk factor because they're so good on it.
Yeah, but you do it. You watch that game against CAG and you see how they beat them. And you figure it out. Yeah. You come up with counter strats.
7-3, I believe.
Yeah, that's what you do if you're D+. So, I mean, I don't remember exactly. I think we casted that game. I just casted so many Siege in the last 2 weekends. But I can't remember if FEARX were doing the same strats, more or less, if D+ have just...
We did not watch the game.
Oh, okay.
I think I haven't cast FEARX till now, at least. I'll
really?
check so fun, but I don't think so. Yeah.
I can't recall whether they were doing these strats or whether this is new stuff that Dark has cooked up, but man, D+, a little bit more than they bargained for.
Let's see what they want this time. I mean, it looks simple, right? Monty walks in, goes for a plant, just like last time. What they need here, big window repel, they have that. Solarium, they have that. They're missing bathroom control. They don't need the full bathroom in control, but they need a player outside who can watch the bathroom door entry so that they cannot just walk in for free. Once they have that, Monty can walk in and go for a plant. But Ash has diffuser, so that's not going to be the plan, I guess.
Oh, aggression from D+. They must have taken our comments personally. A flawless round! Far out, Pengu. I swear, you blink for a second and you miss it. A flawless!
Yep.
For the Brazilians, Bullet is absolutely fired up. We're back even again, 5 rounds apiece. Next round determines who finds map point.
I'm still kind of confused what the overall game plan was there. I'm curious if Ash having the diffuser was a mistake or if that was intended, because Monty walked in towards the master bedroom bed where you would plant down the diffuser, but he doesn't have it. Ash is on the bathroom or outside the bathroom balcony, about to jump in bathroom window, which could be just death because there could be a guy hard right and never cleared that position. So I'm not sure if that was a misplay from FEARX or not. But what I will say is DPLUS had the perfect reaction. They swung the smoke, shot through it. They swung the bathroom window at the exact same time. They won every single gunfight, and they got the perfect timing to make their counterplay. We're going Monty again. Technically, we've not seen Monty work at all for FEARX because there's always been one small issue, or last round, every single issue.
Technically, the 2 rounds that they've played are the 2 rounds that they've lost on this half, actually. But I mean, it's just, again, FEARX,
both master bedroom.
Every time there's a different idea, right? Like, and FEARX are cooking something here. Ooh, Levy, where was that? I want to know where that run out was, or spawn pick. Was it just trophy window? I see. Oh,
trophy window?
No, downstairs in
the
big
basement door.
garage. Curious. Yeah, well, what I was going to say here is the Monty, you know, it's not alone. Something's cooking here with the Capitão Monty and the Sens. Particularly that Sens, we haven't seen it so far. I'm loving that every round, Pengu, it feels like FEARX are bringing up a different ingredient. You know, we've seen the Ying a couple of times. We've seen the Rayora. There's always a special little bit of sauce for these juicy attacks that FEARX are going for. How cheesy is this
I thought
one,
I was basement defense here for a second. It's actually a bar. I just realized. I mean, Sense, Monty, jump in could be good. They got library cleared now with the corner clear. That means they can now hold library, use Sense and Monty. Monty dies with diffuser right as I say that.
Where?
Wait,
Repel?
I think it was on Office Repel, yeah.
Where did he die to?
Which is very puzzling.
Oh, what?
Oh, wait,
What?
he's in Fireplace.
He died from below.
What?
The player downstairs in connector.
Oh, no.
Shot him through the hatch. Wow,
Disaster.
okay. This is so
How
difficult.
do you even get that diffuser?
Yeah, I mean, the only way you get this back is you have to clear mezzanine. You have to kill Nears. And that's why we have 3 players on this rappel at this balcony. You have to counter the mirror window. The Ash charge breaks it. Nears in a power position. But man, he has gone 1 kill to 5 deaths in this second half. He hasn't been looking too hot whatsoever. There's also a player deep inside of lobby just holding onto that diffuser.
Ugly. I mean, DPLUS have 2 win conditions. Hold library or hold diffuser.
Oh,
They're doing both right now.
Run out.
It's clear. Run out. Oh my god.
No. How do you come
Unpunished as well.
Oh, that could be the round. Big play from Midi. Oh, another run out as well.
It's plan C.
Good boy is done. It's up to Mephi and Woogie now, and it's going to be desperate. Wow, Woogie jumps into sight, straight back out again. He was just hoping for a quick kill and then to get out. 35 seconds, and this is not going to be a diffuser-centric round. This is going to be scrappy. It's going to be desperate. FEARX need to put pressure everywhere. They need to find 1v1s. It's the only way they win this. And it comes down to what Woogie and Mephi can achieve. Woogie's got a good read. Oh, there's a player waiting below for that diffuser. Bullet and Midi together, actually. They're just camping diffuser. I don't think there's any awareness from Mephi. He's going to walk straight into it. He dies to the same angle where his team lost the diffuser on the Monty. It's a great collapse from DPLUS. Very well played. It all hinged on that Monty dying early. FEARX could not figure out how to come back from such a deficit.
It's, again, such a sad way to lose a round because there's a clear vision and they do all the typically difficult things first. They clear library, check. They have a clear way into the bomb site, check. They have Monty, they have Sense, they have all the right operators. And we're just waiting for that right person to be in the right place. Monty walks in Fireplace, dies from the hatch and basement, and with that also the diffuser. I am curious what the exact angle there was from Monty. I mean, are you gonna walk into side? Are you gonna walk up mezzanine stairs most likely there to try and pressure that player and then take full library control? That's probably more like the case. But then I'm also thinking, why not just attack from master bedroom and walk in piano hallway, and you can kind of achieve the exact same thing, but it's way riskier. And that's when I gotta say, FEARX are trying to do things that you're not gonna be expecting and do the off play. And I think it's a really good idea. And I think that could have been a really good round for FEARX had there not been a sneaky person in the basement of all places watching that damn hatch.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see that attack come into fruition, because I'm quite curious how clean that was actually going to be.
That's the thing. You got cool ideas, but you actually need to be in position to execute them. And you need to have redundancies. Like, you always talk about your plan Bs, plan Cs. It doesn't have to be a plan. You just have to figure out how the hell you come back from it. And when you've lost your diffuser in the middle of the site, yeah, it's not gonna work for you.
I think that's where the one thing I want to change. Like, if Muncie didn't have the diffuser, so that in case he dies, you still have plan B to go for a plant, I think that's a lot easier to work with.
Yeah.
But he had diffuser and he died.
Well, it's down to the basement for what could be the final round of Chalet. FEARX have looked really good here on DPLUS's map, but that critical error with the Monty may cost it for them. DPLUS have looked really good today. We've seen a lot of good siege out of them. They have a renewed confidence compared to the last time that they faced the best team in Korea. A backstab here from Rin. He's going fast about it. Worried about West Main. And he's got the read. Midi goes down. Big kills. 2 picks here for FEARX. Nears and Falls, though, will fight back on the breach. It looks like FEARX get a little bit overzealous. In Fireplace, Levy is so close to going for a jump out. Meanwhile, Nears almost loses his life. He's actually going to TP all the way to the top floor. And he's got impacts to work with too. This means that 2 of the 3 defenders are actually off-site right now.
Can always come back. Yes, verticality with the impacts like you mentioned. And right now, FEARX have hit the restart button. They want to slow things down. Look at that. Caught. Levy is in Fireplace on the rotation. Now Nears being offside might not be as good, but actually I take that back. It's perfect. He finds one back to a 2-on-2.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a 1-on-2 for Woogie, though. Rin and Woogie were a little bit confused as to these final positions. Nears really clutched up massively with that Skopos TP. Oh! Oh, what a shot, though, from Woogie! Don't give him another 1v1! Oh, Falls! You just gifted Woogie the chance to push us into overtime!
How does this happen? How do Woogie becomes the hero of this team at an individual level so frequently? I mean, Woogie is here to lead, to call, to strategize, to stabilize. Yet he is the clutch factor. 2 rounds in this map alone. Mind you, he was the same sledge shotgun on the bar attack that single-handedly won the round. Now he's a Twitch DMR outside the building, walking in at 1v2 and clutches that one as well into OT.
But damn,
ridiculous.
This is some good quality siege, Pengu, I gotta say. You know, we treated to some really solid teams in the APL, and some that are going through a bit of a change and reforming and struggling a little bit. You know, we saw that from Scars and Kinnetrope. It's still a great match, but those teams are both in these kind of reconstruction eras. FEARX and DPLUS are looking so good right now. Whichever one of these, if it is one of these 2 teams, that makes it through to international events, whether it's EWC or the major later this year, or even SI next year, like, man, they are in good form. They will be giving foreign teams a real run for their money. This isn't just a solid team for an APAC team. This is a solid international team. This is some very high-quality siege. DPLUS and FEARX going the distance here on map number 1. I can't say I'm too surprised. We knew he'd be treated here.
The big thing is just how many... Oh my god, a Woogie man just keeps going. He's on Ash. He said, oh, give me Ash right now. Get me off the Twitch.
How is it that they keep finding these early picks here for FEARX? It's 3 rounds in a row. They've got a kill in the first, well,
they got
minute,
a lot of drones, man.
30 seconds to a minute. Yeah, you're right. Man, they just know everything. The reads... DPLUS, look, to their credit, they're still playing so confidently. They're going for spawn picks. I mean, that's what happened last round. Or 2 rounds ago, I should say. but that confidence is perhaps a bit questionable.
The most impressive thing for me is just the depth that we're seeing right now. The many different small iterations for, I think, FEARX notably on the attacking side. Oh my god, the timing is disgusting. Freebie, Maverick hole downstairs, finds yet again Mitty on the rotation. Now FEARX, all they gotta do is not throw this man lead, but they're gonna keep ramping up. They find another. They are in full control. 5v2.
Look at Nears and Falls. This is desperation. What is that?
Oh my.
He went for a bloody jog outside. It's too cold for that, mate. Nears 1 versus 5. Deimos tracking him. He is a dead man. Flawless for FEARX as they propel themselves on a map point here on DPLUS's map pick, forcing the tactical timeout from their opponents. But they are just 1 round away from pushing us into the second.
There are 2 ways to approach this tactical timeout. And the first one is, guys, we should have won this already. Get your stuff together. Come on, stop playing bad. The other one is you just ignore what happened when you're up 6-5 and Boogeyman clutch and go, okay, guys, now we got this upcoming round. What do you guys want to do, okay? You're going to go on the attack. What bomb set do we expect them to play? What's their weaknesses? What can we do? If we just win this round, we go on defense, it's fine. Then we got it. That's the 2 kind of different mentals right now. One, the first one, a lot of tilt, right? You're kind of blaming the problem of, oh my god, how did we make this up? We had it, why are we throwing? The other option is look 1 round ahead. What's in the future? What's in front of us? This is a point of frustration. I've been watching the player camps, and Falls specifically, he doesn't have the most positive reactions when they're throwing some of those rounds. I see him rolling his eyes and turning the head back, going like, oh my god, you know? Now you're in a point where FEARX are applying a lot of pressure to an already hurting wound. A little bit more, and all of a sudden, you know, those players can tilt over the edge. And you might make the wrong play, you might not be fully focused up, and you got a long potential best of 3 ahead of you. If DPLUS don't stay in this and stay composed, that's gonna hurt their odds going to map 2 and map 3.
Makes you wonder what's gonna happen come Cafe next map if DPLUS lose it here. I'll be honest, I'd be a little bit worried. I'd be a little bit worried for DPLUS.
I like this a lot. We've not seen either team really prioritize wall deny, and we've seen 2 Bro Kite Bandit open on both sides of the coin, yet not played until this very moment. And the reason why it's so impactful is you're not gonna bring EMPs and ways to deal with the wall unless you're expecting some sort of wall deny typically, and a Kite can just completely lock you out. At the very near end though, Nears actually attacker repicked onto Maverick. And it's funny because FEARX also played Maverick just in that previous round. So I think they both have this same idea that, hey, they could change their win condition up to be wall deny oriented. Let's bring the Maverick just in case they do it. And both teams might just get rewarded from it.
There's something's cooking, that's for sure. Double hard breach with that Mav. You got the Sens as well. And at least for one thing going for DPLUS is when they're on their defense, they just kept on losing these opening kills the last 3 rounds in a row. Thankfully for them. 10 alive in the server as they go fishing, as they go looking to try and take ground here. FEARX is actually playing very spread out and very loose. Like, this isn't like a hard hold of Mezzanine or anything like that. It's a sneaky little Wookiee man running amok on the Valkyrie. I
think it's about minimizing the potential loss here. You have one person loose roaming, you have the Kite to fall back upon, but Levy finds Rin downstairs, and that's the problem. A loose cannon on Wookiee Man and Library, that's one thing. A loose cannon of Rin being allowed too much freedom, he might overstay his welcome and make that wrong decision. Wookiee Man has to go for it. He wins?
I thought he lost that.
I was so sure he was dead.
We were specking Wookiee Man, and we just saw him like not really even clearing the angle. We thought he was going to die for sure. And then our observer switches to Levy because the observer is so convinced Levy's going to win it. And he gets absolutely shat on, deleted. Meanwhile, like you said, Rin fell. Oh, this is a little bit too much. Unfortunate for Mephi. A little bit too much from him. What's great about that for DPLUS is it's also opened the gates on that bomb site. No player playing on the half wall, but a reposition here. The smoke gets in. He's got the long range here. You can throw those gas a really long way. As the wall is now breached and there's a line of sight, Niers is starting to sneak on in. There's a C4 down below. This is not a mistake that you can afford to make for DPLUS. They need to clear Woogie, otherwise he'll deny the plant from below. I'm not sure if he hears it. I'm not sure if he knows it. There's a yellow ping! The plant denied! DPLUS have to recompose! And they do. They go deep. Falls for one. Traded back. 2 versus 2 as DPLUS flood the site. And they find themselves in the advantage again. Woogie gets caught on his flank. We're going to a 15th here. DPLUS will not lay down arms.
Counterplay after counterplay in response after response. You see it so perfectly there. Numbers advantage for the attackers to go for a fast plant attempt. They don't have a drone downstairs to watch for fireplace and follow that C4. C4 goes out in response, takes down their first planter, and then Woogie goes for a flank. When they recognize that there's one of those 3 defenders off the bomb site, they push deep. Jump in piano window, push through office, push through piano double door, and they overwhelm the site itself because that's going to be their win condition. Then they know Boogeyman has to come up the staircase. He shot the blue stairs flank cam, so that means he's probably going to go fireplace stairs or blue stairs with that, as Solarium is too far away. Wouldn't make it in time. FEARX, they are back on attack. DPLUS back on defense. It's 7-7. The final bomb site of Chalet will be Bar. Bar is, in my own mind, the hardest bomb site to attack, just because there's a very simple win condition around top blue mezzanine, where the mirror window will be playing. We'll have the Warden and the Warmai just locking things down, and it can be so hard to problem solve. And as long as defenders have library in control, which that gives them, they can just hold on to the bomb site from above. Now, FEARX have gone through a couple different operators here in the attacker repick phase. There was a Fuse, there's a Glass, there's a Monty, there's a Striker.
But Woogie's
They're
on
going
the
for the
bloody
same
Monty,
thing
dude.
as last time.
I mean, in theory,
I know,
right?
and this is the thing. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say...
What's the theory?
Well, the thing that's changed is that it's no longer coded on the Monty. He's the one that died in lobby, and obviously that was absolute disaster. So they've changed around the players playing them. But yeah, it's Woogie on Monty. He's like your top fragger. Well, I guess Mephi's actually technically got more kills, but I mean, Woogie has just been such a gamer. I don't want him on that pistol.
Points?
Oh, there's a camera here.
I think in a perfect world, you'd have 5 flex players in a lineup, and Rin could play the Monty. You literally put the lowest fracking player on the most passive operator. But Rin is not that is not where Rin will excel as a player, right? He will be on a good gun, on a good gadget where he can take gunfights. And Woogieman now can excel with the IGLing, the leadership role, because he has free reign to think about the game at a high level. So this works out better for everybody.
Dude, how is he alive? Midi has done such a good job.
Question.
He's so lucky every single time he's run on past. There's info, though, because there's been this camera in Snowmobile the whole time. I'm not sure if it's been taken out yet, but there was a camera in blue for the longest time.
It's still there, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, DPLUS, thankfully for them, they've actually burnt a lot of time here because FEARX have been so focused on trying to hunt down that Roma, and they haven't actually achieved a lot as a result of it. Half HP damage doesn't mean much. How do they execute up here?
Flash for my burn, a smoke. A fire follows through shortly after. A small box wing from Levy. Good timing. Doesn't find anything, though.
Oh, and Falls is the first one to find a kill. Wow, this is aggressive from Woogie. He might be able to find something. Falls is the one on that site. He's worrying about this Monty. He's being duped back and forth. The dance with death here from Woogie Man, but Mephi comes in to support the top fragger. For FEARX, he finds a double. But numbers are even because DPLUS have fought tooth and nail back and forth. And they've got control of the top floor, which means even though FEARX have 3 players on the site,
oh my god,
how the hell are they going to plant? It's utter claustrophobia in stock. The time is still on their side. How do FEARX look for a plant?
Smoke.
With Niers still up above this hatch. They're trying to figure it out. They've got 1 smoke still remaining here for Coded. They've got no smokes on Woogie, no flashes either. That's the lone smoke available, and Woogie starts to go for it. Midi finally falls! A big kill for Coded!
Oh my god.
All up to Bullet! 1v3! And the defuser's planted, he finds the first. Coded gets out of dodge, runs outside.
Monty!
And that Monty is still sitting on site. Monty goes out as well! They don't want to take any chances to FEARX, but guess what? This defuser actually is not in the best spot. There might just be a way the Bullet can hold on here. Can he get the angle? The Monty goes deep. I think they realize what's been going on, and so Wookieeman has to get aggressive. Bullet has to fake it. There's no time. Look at that timer. There's no time. Wookie's just going to keep on taunting him. The round is done. The game is done. It's 1-0 in the series for FEARX.
Turned back a couple of rounds. It looked like DPLUS was sure to take it. It was a 2v1 on that basement round. Wookiee walks in, takes us to overtime, and clutch after clutch, moment after moment, they come out victorious 8-7. The problem solving in this final round, finding a plant spot, covering the right angles, Wookieeman was the perfect choice for the Monty. We had our doubt because he had that many kills, but that was a round of strategy, not just gunfighting. And FEARX, despite having a bit of a slow start, they absolutely turned up in the end.
Oh, hands down, one of the best maps of Siege I've seen in the APL thus far. But of course, it's not done yet. DPLUS do have a chance to fight back on Cafe after this.
You know how they say, it's not the destination, it's the journey?
And the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And you know what?
They're right.
Sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat, keep it on repeat. Tested by the potion, loving this devotion. Live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat. Tested by the potion. Loving this devotion. Ooh, that sugar. Just my kind of heat. Ooh, that sugar. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Ooh, that sugar.
Banger after banger, tell 'em Tina, Mina, do it better. Banger after banger, tell me who could even do this better. Banger after banger, tell 'em Tina, Mina, do it better. Banger after banger, tell me who could even do this better.
I can do it better. I can do it faster. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요. I can go much longer. I am so much stronger. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요. They provide me shade and I really thrive on it. 오늘도 역시 괜히 기분이 이상해. Sipping lemonade from my lemon tree honey. Let me spill the tea on all these haters all love me. 보고 봐도 killing it. Winning attitude. 당당하게 올라가, see my altitude. 나랑 맞서 싸우면 baby you would lose. If I wasn't me, I get it, I would hit me too. I can do it better. I can do it faster. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요. I can go much longer. I am so much stronger. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요. 자신과의 싸움에서 지면 야구르지. 매일매일 일어나서 부터 보는 거지. Look in the mirror, say you're a winner. 주문을 걸어봐요. In a bad mood, 바꿔버려 in a hurry. 꿀꿀한 기분 털어버려, I don't worry. Get through the weather, feeling get better. 주문을 걸어봐요. I can do it better. I can do it faster. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요. I can go much longer. I am so much stronger. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요.
Banger after banger, tell 'em Tina, Mina, do it better. Banger after banger, tell me who could even do that better. Banger after banger. Banger after banger. Banger after banger. Banger after banger. Tina, Mina, do it better. Who could even do this better?
I can do it faster. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요. I can go much longer. I am so much stronger. Lady 스며들게 주문을 걸어봐요.
Banger after banger. Banger after banger. Banger after banger.
주문을 걸어봐요.
You know we're close, our friends, so many people surround me. And now everything's something I told you 2 weeks ago. It means nothing. You used to be the light that I need, but now I can see nothing at all. Sometimes we fear what's yet to come, but I'm trying to show you now how I wanna fall apart with you. I wanna fall with you. I wanna flow with you. I need to know the truth, so tell me why you send me those signs filled with flowers and lies. Then you tear me to pieces and fade through the night. I broke down my walls and then you left me falling. I just wanna get you out of my life. You got flame in your eyes. Let's take it further tonight. We don't have to keep it in, so don't hold me back. We don't have my side. Why can't you be the light that I...
Well, if Chalet was one of the best maps we've seen in APL so far this stage, then perhaps we're in for a real treat on Cafe as well. It's 1-0 in the series in favor of the Koreans. FEARX with an 8-7 win on DPLUS's map pick. We now go to the second, and Pengu, that really, really came down to the wire.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly. Probably the best stage, or the best map, sorry, of APL so far, at least by my account that I've seen. And it's not going to be over just yet. I do have a slight favoritism here towards FEARX because, one, Cafe is all about the strategy and playing close together and problem solving. Very obviously, FEARX are with a better team at those specific things on Chalet. Plus, the mental situation, right? That should have been a, 7-5 win for DPLUS. And they completely blundered the 2v1 against Woogie, which got the game into overtime and got us to this position.
Yeah, that's actually crazy to think of. DPLUS had that match point. They had 2 map points. They fumbled both of them. Of course, a couple of clutches in that map one already. We had a good one from Meaty earlier on. We had the insane one from Woogie Man. You know, the big players for FEARX that map were Woogie Man and Mephi also. Got 17 kills, by the way, +7. I was a little bit disappointed in Rin, actually. You know, he's meant to be that flex player. He's meant to be the lurker and a good fragger. 6 and 11, 47% KOST rating, 27% survival rating. Very, very rough day in the office for Rin.
Yeah, I fully agree, and I want to dig a little bit deeper on that, actually, because I don't even mind too much about the numbers, because Rin is, like you say, a hot or cold player, and I think FEARX are very much okay with that, and I think it's fine to have a player that can play like that. However, the way that he was dying on defense, it was like FEARX had a very clear strat, like, hey, let's not run too aggressive, let's fall back early, and then play like the wall deny, like the master bedroom defense in overtime. Rin overstayed his welcome, died in basement of all places, and Woodman to clutch up again to make that possible. They still lost. Nears is just in.
What is going on?
Again.
It's a rush.
Is dead. Bullet's dead.
Yep. 40 seconds into the round, and they decide to send it on this cocktail, execute. Diffuser is down on the ground. That's a nice nade from Nears. Banked off the wall. It finds Coded. And we're back to 3v3. Levy's going to make his way inside. There's a BPC watching his position. He's going to take it on down. The smoke covering him for now as Midi drops into the site as well. The Diffuser can start planting. Rin almost denies it. Doesn't quite get the kill. A lot of damage done as, unfortunately, Midi on his vault over gets down. Big shot from Rin. He's coming to life. It's up to Levy now. Spots out the Echo drone. It's just him in a 1v3. Rin's had a good round here. Must have heard us talking about him. Both Yokai's down. Yep, finally. Levy takes a bit more damage from Rin with the absolute pea shooter of a weapon that he's got there. Woogie Man seals the deal. Look at that big sigh of relief from Coded, by the way. And also look at Woogie Man's monitor. Did you see how it was tilted to the side right there?
Yeah.
So
yeah. We've seen this before.
So the way FEARX plays is Woogie Man is on the end of the desk, right? Right at the end, with his monitor turned around so the whole team can see. Do you know why?
So they can screen share, right?
No, it's so that when he's clutching up, everyone can witness it.
Oh my god. He's like, guys, watch this.
guys, check this out.
Oh my god. I mean, to be honest, if I am dead and there's no cams to watch, I am definitely turning my head and watching a Woogie point of view. Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing that coaches get well, when coaches are behind the players, it's not everyone's boot camping, not everyone's playing on land, of course. But when a coach is behind the players in person, they have the pleasure of watching all 5 point of view POVs in real time from the player's exact perspective. It's beautiful, and it's a privilege that you get that luxury. And imagine you stand there behind your player, you're feeling the emotions of the team, you're feeling the energy in the room, and you're just watching this intense moment play out. And it's why, you know, bro thinks he's on the team. You know, he's not a player, he's a coach. But the coach is feeling so many of those same emotions, and he's so much a part of those areas as well.
Yeah, a lot of players turned coaches have said, I heard this most recently from Mentalist, like, I've done both, and holy crap, being a coach is way more stressful.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't act the same way, right? Like you can
see what's going on,
but
can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's like, guys, here, if only we plant in this spot. Oh, yes, guys, he's flanking. I know he's flanking. You can't say anything. You can't help them. It's about teaching your students all the tools that they need to have and understand so they can execute those things themselves correctly in the server. And there has been times in the past where teams have been too reliant on a coach to the point where when they play at a LAN event, and the coach can sneak in a word or two, because when you play in scrims, oh my god, coaches can speak freely, but it's a bad practice because it's not a realistic setting.
Yeah.
When you play pro matches or LAN events, you can't.
It's not worth
Boogeyman
practicing
gets
bad
a
behaviors.
steal of a kill. Exactly, you gotta practice the way you play, like for real. Otherwise, you can't play when it matters the most. They're in again. Falls down.
Weird engagement there. Falls does bring one back though, at least. Woogieman, Good Boy eventually goes down. Yeah, weird exchange though, for sure. What happened there?
Wait, who died from FEARX?
Good Boy.
Oh, thank you.
And now Woogieman as well. It took me a second there because I saw a guy with the shotgun. I assumed he was a defender. I think that was Levy actually on the Deimos dying to Good Boy and then getting traded back. Yeah, I was a bit befuddled for a brief moment.
I was just fishing for a compliment. That's all. My bad.
You like being called a good boy, do you?
Who doesn't? Praise is a good thing to have, and I mean, speaking of coaches, when you gotta praise your players, you know.
You do.
Good job, yeah. Let's go. You're the best.
Well, DK
Your
has
name
been
is
pretty
Good Boy. You can just kind of say that.
Yeah. Well, they brought it back from the 3v4 to a 3v2 here, by the way. Looking pretty good.
Yeah. Just missing some easy damage, right? Like, imagine the impact grenades. Falls and Mitzi would both die to, well, 1 or 2 impact grenades here.
Yeah.
Instead, they're doing the rat play by the couch. Nate goes out to take down the Fenrir mine. That means... Oh, he's left the couch position. I was going to say that would have been perfect now instead.
Blackbeard. Oh, don't expose those feet. Falls will die to just 1 bullet to the feet here from this DMR. Oh, it's cover from Bullet. Good little QE peeking from Mephi, but he does die. Rin finds his 1. 2 more to go. This is going to be very challenging with the Blackbeard up. Blackbeard can play very passively. And Bullet's actually repelled in upstairs. Blackbeard's going to go and retreat too. Bullet knows he doesn't have to make too much of a move. The shotty comes out. Yeah, this is a pretty much impossible scenario for Rin here. Of course, we're going to keep pace. There you go. Easy final kill for Falls. DPLUS, reply in kind. Cafe is going to be competitive, just as competitive as Chalet, I have no doubt.
FEARX, only thing they were missing in that round by my count was that default plant position behind the cabinet that Blackbeard went for. You can soft destroy it, and you can actually see the plant spot all the way back from the launcher rotate, which every team has in Pro League, basically. A lot of teams don't really opt for it. Yes, it's easy to like impact grenade it if you want to be lazy about it, but you have a Rooney. If Mephi puts 2 punches in that desk right there with Blackbeard plants, you can passively deny the planter without having to white swing the guy covering him. Or at least it gives you the option, it gives the attackers the pressure, being like, okay guys, we gotta worry about this spot as well. Regardless, it comes down to what happened earlier in that round and how DPLUS found 3 kills in quick succession, because that was a 5 versus 3, if I recall correctly, favoring FEARX.
2v4, I think, after Good Boy died.
2v4.
Sorry, 3v4.
Oh, yeah,
rather.
true, yeah.
DPLUS had a 3v4. They lost their 2 players, FEARX did. But yeah, I don't know what happened there, off cam.
Deployed.
5 seconds to go.
Yeah, it felt like FEARX were in a good spot, but I think it was just the last 2 roamers upstairs got picked apart. Didn't quite see it. I got a question for you, because we were talking a little bit about Rin before. Talking a little bit about FEARX. Of course, we mentioned on the first map, you know, Rin's not a player you usually stick on the Monty if you need a Monty. And on the first map, you know, he was the bottom fragger, so usually you would put him on it, but he's not the typical player to do that. Would you ever consider, like, bringing in someone else to this roster? If you were, like, let's say, you know, 6 months, similar performances, would you consider, like, you know, picking up Ryder or Misa instead of Rin?
I do think that FEARX could benefit from a more consistent player, unless they can play... Okay, if they can play like old school Empire, what we call the 4+1 strat, that means you have 4 people playing together, and then Joystick does whatever he wants. He can go 10-0 or 0-10, it's fine. Either you adopt that playstyle, where it doesn't matter if Rin is hot or cold, or if he doesn't have a consistent enough performance, you might need a more consistent player. But then you need to look at the rest of the Korean player base. How many consistently really good players do you have out there? Because you mentioned Misa and Ryder, they also have hot and cold games just like Rin. So it comes down to what can they provide that Rin can't, and vice versa. Because Rin is a great player. He knows the system, he buys into it, he's happy to be there, obviously. He has the synergy, the communication with them as well. Starting over with the same level caliber player that might be a little bit more consistent, is that enough?
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's gonna break the camel's back for these guys. A good question.
Yeah, that's a food for thought. Of course, the old Damwon Kia roster with Coded and Woogieman once upon a time did drop Rin, and it didn't necessarily work out well for them.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, I think Rin in the older meta, so back then a few years ago, was a much stronger player than now. I feel like a lot of players have become more like aggressive and comfortable in gunfights and mechanical skill, especially in Korea. Actually, that's kind of been their strength. And the meta has just shifted where now you need to.
Speaking
before
of
Rin
the
just kind of did it. Yeah. And sometimes Rin will get the kills and put them in the bin. Sometimes he will be put in the bin himself.
Yeah, sometimes he just
But with
peeks for
45
no
seconds
reason,
left.
dude. Like that.
Yeah,
such
they're
a
holding
shame.
the deep angle there was not necessary. You could stall out for more time, play more passive.
It's that VIP position as well. It's the one you want to keep holding on to until the late round to go for a flank, or at least just buy time. Like if you die, but there's only 10 seconds left, you've done your job. Unfortunately, now FEARX are struggling. Gas Babe goes out, doesn't find it, but Good Boy does get out of dodge in time and find the kill on a Levy. That's exactly what FEARX needed. The 1 HP is all he will need. Flashbangs go out. The diffuser is caught in a strange position here. Nears is going to try and get himself inside. I think he's just barely going to be able to sneak on through. There might not be enough here. Good Boy waiting. Does go down. The attack in favor, but the plant needs to go down. There's no time.
Wookie.
And Woogieman again. A turret on the bomb site. Nothing left to be done for DPLUS. FEARX, hold on.
And guess what? Woogieman is so back in this series. I mean, I don't know. He is playing out of his mind. Whenever they're falling behind the man count or they're losing out on some of those playable positions, he's always like, oh, guys, I've been waiting for this moment. And that's the big difference between Rin and Woogie as the kind of players that they are. Rin will hold the aggressive angle first in the 5v5, and he will take the 50-50. Either he dies or he gets the kill. And by his standards, that's how he plays the game. That's fine. That's how he does it. Woogie will always play a very safe option until there is no other things that he can do. If you go back to Chalet, it's a long time ago now, I'm sorry. On that basement 1 versus 2, he was literally outside the building with a DMR holding a passive angle until it became a 1v2, and he goes, now I have to walk in. Now I have to make the clutch play. And it's what makes somebody like Woogieman a very consistent, stable player. Because he's not gonna take anything worse than a favorable gunfight until he is forced to. And then because he's so damn good at the game, he will often win those as well when it comes down to a clutch factor, and then win the round for his team. Having Woogieman alive as one of the last 2 defenders is the best thing you can have if you're FEARX. And for DPLUS, yeah, you're taking down Rin, but maybe Woogie is the real problem here. They've lost all 5 drones in drone phase as well.
Oh, well, let's see when we get to action phase, because sometimes there's a little bit of a... It looks like it's 4 out of 5. I've noticed, I think if the player... I've just noticed this on the overlay. If a player is like not on their drone anymore, let's say they're selecting their spawn, I think it makes it look like the drone is dead when it's in prep phase. I'm pretty sure that's why. I've seen a lot of prep phases where it looks like they've lost more drones and it switches to action phase and they're back. But I mean, there's already a drone down. So your point does stand. They lost 4 out of 5 drones in their prep phase and the next one, you know, 5 seconds into the round. That is a bit of a failure from DPLUS. I sure hope they got a lot of value out of it. Maybe they spotted a lot of these defenders and that means that they'll have the ability for Levy to use his gadget on as many as possible.
Yeah, that's exactly it. When you're playing the demos, you obviously need the red ping to confirm the operators, and sacrificing a couple of drones to ping more defenders will be more worth it. Speaking of Levy on demos, he's very aggressive down the red hall, and they have no idea. Mitty dies to somebody else though. Coded dies to Methy, and now they're just pushing the bomb side. And Woogie's there!
Yeah, that was an interesting play. Got the numbers advantage very early, and they get very aggressive on the back of it. Only a minute into the round, and well, DK are trying to force the issue on the site. They're losing players. They're trying to bait these roamers from DPLUS to fall back so that the player on the east balcony looking through the long hallway can find these roamers on the retreat. Hasn't worked. They've only got the one. As I say that, Falls does find his second. Adrenal Surge comes through from the Finker. That and the E1D in combination. His global gadgets. Ooh, Rin! Oh, that's what he needed. Big impact. Nears goes down. Numbers in favor of FEARX once again as Falls and Bullet try to pick up the pieces of this round.
Again, the stability of Wookie. Had he died to Levy on Deimos early on, they get full bombs at access, but because of that, the entire attack gets stalled out. Rin, great impact. Numbers advantage, 1 minute to go. No toxic babes, no real plant deny, but information, and of course those crossfires. DPLUS trying to make work of it. They got no assist projector walls. They trade on the bomb site. Mephi and Rin in a 2v1 now against Bullet, who's still upstairs on Lion. 0 flashbangs and 0 scans left.
But he's got this 417 DMR. And man, does it pack a punch. DMR and the diffuser now. Is that diffuser on the ground below him? I think it is. Oh, it's inside.
I believe so.
Yeah, he's going to have to go grab it. It's in the site. Goo mine pulled out. Keep in mind, Rin also has an impact here. And so the plant faked. Baits it out. But the bait reply from Rin. The double pick. Look at that timing from FEARX. That is chemistry. Pure and simple. Double swing. And the round 3-1 for FEARX.
Small things right now are separating these two teams and who's going to win the round. DPLUS, they held onto their tactical timeout until overtime on Chalet. So back and forth. But right now, things are not going the way that they want them to go. So a little bit earlier one. They've lost the last 2 rounds in a row. They're on the attack. So in the end, how many rounds do they expect to get? Probably like a 2-4 at best, 3-3.5. But this is the thing. FEARX showed us so much prowess on their attacking rounds on Chalet. Whether it was the fast rushes, the intriguing, or the incredible problem solving in complex situations, they were very adaptable. I think DPLUS right now recognize that they cannot just play this in their mind as if, we'll be fine on defense, we can just kind of ride out these attacking rounds, we got one. They need a lot more to go because they're respecting FEARX on the side swap.
Yeah, they need to have a good read here. Like, I'm honestly questioning, why is DPLUS picking attack to kick off Cafe? I mean, historically, one of the most defender-sided maps in the pool.
Good point.
Technically, in the 3 times Cafe has been played in APL North, it actually has been slightly attacker-favored, but that's just 3 plays. It's actually the 3rd least played map overall in the pool. But it's a surprise to see them go for that attacking side. You'd only expect them to do that if they had confidence that they're getting, 3 or 4 rounds on the attack. And 3 is the best they can do now. And that's only if they turn it around right on the back of that tactical timeout.
It's funny because with the operator ban system changes, you now ban at the same time. But with the old system that we had, defenders would ban the first attacker. So starting attack on some maps would actually be beneficial because you could then have a response. Let's say they ban Thermite and then you want to ban the Ace, right? You do double heart reach ban. But if you start first banning and you ban the Ace, they're not going to ban the Thermite and that's not going to do what you want it to do. So there used to be a reason for starting on the attack on specific maps like Clubhouse. And in theory, any map where you have this kind of pocket thing in mind. But with the new changes, you ban at the same time. You ban Mira, Grim, same time. Castle, Dokkaebi, same time. And now, with the last rotation, Clash and IQ at the same time.
Yeah.
So you see, FEARX, they take away IQ. They want to play information. They want to play utility. They want to play the solos of the pools or whatever. And DPLUS are like, yeah, we don't want to deal with Clash. Clash, who has seen 0 presence, basically, on this entire episode 3 so far.
Yeah, well...
hasn't been a single... Some basement Chalet.
Hasn't been a single Clash pick on this map, by the way. I don't know why...
Yeah, this map, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that's been a target ban here for DPLUS. Maybe they're just scared of it, even though it's not been played. I would have considered getting rid of the Valkyrie, but no, I mean, it's been picked a bunch here.
They could not show the Clash the first 3 rounds, then see the operator ban, and then play the Clash the last 3. I think that's what this Clash ban is about. It's about predicting or anticipate that will going to be a problem.
It's a good opening pick here from Bullet. I'm not sure where he found Coded. That's a good one. A second kill here on site. Rin forced to make a move. There's a player might be coming up his stairs shortly, but he reveals his position. He might be pushed by Midi. He's going to fake a run out. Midi makes his way up. Oh, what the hell am I watching?
Hello.
Rookie man with nerves of steel, left undroned. The trigger discipline to wait for his opportune moment. Bullet Nears. Oh, it's becoming very tight now. for DPLUS. Despite that two-player advantage earlier in the round, Bullet has to make a big play. Woogieman gets spotted. He escapes to safer havens. Good Boy feels like he needs to make a move, but it doesn't matter. Woogieman is the boogeyman. Levy in a 1v2. My God, FEARX. They've put the whole team on Woogie's back, and they're running it back. It's going to be a 4th round here, unless if Levy can do what seems impossible right now. Caught in 4K on camera. Diffuser, nowhere to be seen, has to be reclaimed. Oh, he takes off Woogie's head. Can he find the last kill? It's a 1v1. Good Boy round in the corner. Levy clutches it for DPLUS. He needed to come through, and he did. And the Brazilians find their lifeline.
The exact same thing happened now on the flip side. Woogie, he clutched around 1v2 with a lack of crossfire from DPLUS. In that round, same story. Woogie was feeling super hot. He was hitting shot after shot. He took the 1v1. He loses it, leaving his teammate on smoke, by the way, into the final 1v1. Yes, they had the yellow ping information, but Levy, the Brazilians, they can shoot back as well. It was such a well-played round from FEARX all the way through till this moment. No crossfire was established. Had Woogie played all the way in the corner, in that exact same spot, just a little bit further to his left, Good Boy could have swung from the bathroom, rotate, and now it's a 2v1. It's a crossfire. Woogie could have played in any other location, run away, play far, far distance. You have the camera spotting the enemy. They don't. DPLUS, they're never gonna give up. They're always gonna fight until the very end in these clutch moments, and if you give them an easy way back, they will take it. Don't give them 1v1s unless you have to. Woogie and Good Boy, they didn't have to, they chose to.
Yeah, they were feeling confident, so they went for it. And can't blame them with how the game's gone so far, but it's a pretty big round to lose, and we've seen a lot of clutches. Really have seen a lot of clutches.
So well played.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Levy. Oh, man, Rin.
This is
again.
Rin. Why is Rin peeking with the Scorpion outside the building playing VIP?
I mean, with the pistol.
I do not understand. Okay,
Dude.
yeah, okay, but he has the Scorpion primary. It's like you don't have an why?
Look, if he was like 10-4, I'd get it. But just don't.
Yeah.
He's not. Like, he's not winning those
just,
right now. He's not in form. He's even scoreline, like 4-4. Last round he was 6-11. The last game, I should say, he was 6-11. He's one of the worst rated players on his team this season. He's just given up a really important bit of ground.
Like, his entire position there is to play VIP. Like, the second, if not the most important spot in his entire defense, you cannot throw your life away. Even if the guy was caught in a drone, you still shouldn't peek the guy, because what if it's a bait, what if it's a trap? If they trade 1-for-1, it's worth it for the attackers.
Yeah.
Your job simply in that position is to stay alive for as long as possible. Then again, maybe FEARX are wrong to put him in that corner. Coded finds one, impacts the Raw gate. He might still be stuck in the corner though. That's Diffuser as well.
Well, this could be DPLUS letting it slip through their fingers. That said, a pick on Coded. I'm not sure where the Goyo was playing. The Blitz is coming into play as well.
Maybe in Code.
If he wants to make a play here, he hears a lot. He's about to be close to the Deimos. Good Boy might be able to call out where this position is. He knows it! Great call from his teammate. He's trying to dodge the grenade. Sees the Blitz for a brief moment. Needs to get out of here. Otherwise, it's going to be a dead man! Oh my God, Mephi! The double back in the fake! And a big headshot. Round is done. Midi jumping inside. Desperation now for DPLUS. 1v3, the Echo as well. Adds insult to injury.
Swing him.
Doesn't even find it. But yeah, absolutely FEARX. Don't be swinging this guy right now. Not after what happened last round when you let Levy clutch up. A few sprays, positions exposed. Mephi with the Paragon reload as well. FEARX stabilize and close out their half.
Had they held their nerve the round before this one, are you okay? Even Mephi knows he did him dirty. This could and would have been a 5-1 half for FEARX had they not bottled that previous top 4 defense. They are making a statement right now. Side swap. No response in the chat, by the way. Maybe Blitz is not okay, in fact. Dokkaebi, followed by the Grim, and Castle and Clash for FEARX. I love FEARX have the same strat in mind here on both maps. They want to make the defense have less utility to play around and less obstacles for them to execute. Look at yeah, okay. I mean, he's not he's not even close to hitting that guy. I'm sorry, but like I'm hate watching Rin right now because if I am a player of FEARX, I'm getting triggered.
Yeah.
I am like, what are you doing? That is not what we gotta do on the strat paper right now.
If he'd had an insane map 1 and moving into map 2, you know, he was feeling very confident, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. But he's not hit any particularly nasty shots. He's not been playing any particularly important positions until he's in VIP and then spawn peaks. Also, it's not the first time he'd spawn peek that round. He spawn peeked right at the start of the round, shot a drone, fell back, and then he's peeking outside.
10 seconds left before
He's not even like fake peeking, baiting, and then playing passive just to slow them down. No, he's legitimately just hunting for kills when it's just not necessary. Yeah, it's... Unfortunately, it's a bit of hate watch. And yeah, if I could right now, I'd sub Misa or Ryder straight on in.
We're not even accounting for the fact that PSG couldn't field a full man roster for their game later tonight, if that was the case.
Can't they? Are they...
It's a 5-man roster. Where are you gonna get the 6
Oh,
players
sorry.
from?
I thought you were saying that they had a substitution. After we thought that Kinatrove had a substitution, I thought you actually legitimately said that one of the PSG players was,
if you sub
problem.
them in now,
Oh,
they can't
of
be for
course.
both teams, right?
I mean...
So you're gonna yoink one of their players and just be like, you know what, they'll just surrender in the lower bracket. It doesn't matter. We don't care about those guys anymore.
If you don't poach from PSG, who on earth like could FEARX pick up? I don't think there's many players you could go for.
So that was the thing, right? So obviously PSG picked up Romantic. Romantic was like kind of like good boy, like the APAC sport, like crazy gunner, not really good individual player, and there was just zero work ethic and discipline, and that's hard to fix in somebody.
Well, that's
so
probably
that was
better
a
than
tough
Rid
sell
right
for
now
us.
anyway.
There may or may not be. Levy takes that. Oh, well, Rin is dead.
Again,
2C4. It's again. Rin is playing IQ, and there's only Yokai Jones, thankfully, but they're in the building. They're gonna keep on going.
Hell yeah, Mephi's back on it. Oh, he's deadly here with the LMG. He doesn't even care about the smoke as well. He's gonna spray through it. How does he find a kill?
Damn.
Fully smoked, he doesn't give a damn. About to be swung again, he finishes off. Midi makes it a 1v1. It's Midi and Coded. Oh, Coded saw him. Hello. Whack-a-mole, pop your head up. He's waiting for it with the L85. God, this has been a quick round. 2 minutes, not even, have subsided, and we're down to a 1 versus 1. And it's not the top fragger from BFX. No, it's Coded. But Midi, he's been pretty damn good for DPLUS. He's leading the kill department for them. Coded needs to go on in. The first attack. This time it's his turn to clutch! A spray through the cabinet is all it takes. Oh, you can just look at the energy from the FEARX boys. It's not often the Koreans show us that level of energy, but they're feeling it today. They stole DPLUS's map pick, and they are on fire here on Cafe.
Gotta praise the drone work. I mean, FEARX, it feels like they have yellow ping on every single defender when they're on the attacking side. The same thing happened on Chalet. Like, you'll have like 5 defenders dying around, and there's 4 people dying to a yellow ping pre-fire. It's so good. You saw Coded right there in the very beginning in the 1v1. He thought he had the upper hand. He goes in quickly, goes for a spray, doesn't find the kill. What does he do? He resets. Walk back, check default cam, that shot, destroy the Banshee, and then I think when his teammates said, hey, you have a drone, if you move it from top white staircase, you can now see him. And that's where that yellow ping came from after he moved the drone over. So he just mapped out the whole situation, and it's why it's very important to have what I call second level communication on people that are dead. Because what a first level communication player will do is he will say, oh, he's in stock, I think I hear him. A second player will say, hey, Coded, that's your drone. If you move it, I can confirm where he is.
Yeah.
So you give the command instead of just the information, because if I say, hey, I think I hear him on a drone, Coded could ask, who owns the drone? Is it my drone? Can I move it? And he goes, oh yeah, actually it is your drone, you can move it.
Yeah.
And that loses you 5 seconds of communication, and Coded might not even ask the question in the first place, right?
Yeah.
So having somebody like Wookie goes, oh Coded, that's your drone, move it, massive.
It's proactivity, right? And it's also like the difference, because some
It's
people would call that
proactivity.
backseat gaming, and that's not what that is. Backseat gaming sucks, and we hate it. But that's not what that is. That's being proactive and actually being there to support your teammates, right? Like, if he was like, oh, you should push in through Cigar, that's backseat gaming.
You should do this right now.
Yeah, if I was you, I'd do
It's the
this. Look,
same
dude,
with,
you're dead, so stay in your lane.
Yeah, shut up. But it's the same when people say 2 flashbangs. Like, even when I cast, I say C4. It's about giving people the awareness of what they have at their disposal, of what they can use.
Yeah. And that comes down to personal preference as well, because I feel like if I'm playing, I know I got 2 flashbangs. If you tell me that, I'm probably just going to be like taking my eyes away from the center of my screen and start thinking, oh, maybe I should use my flashbangs. I'm like, no, dude, you got to trust your instincts sometimes. But being able to say, like, if you move your drone, I'll be able to call. That's next level. Levy finds a good run out, actually. I'm not sure if that was pre-prepared, that run out from Garage, but Mephi's a big player to take down. Aside from Wookie Man, he's been the most dangerous in the series here for FEARX. Levy is doing everything he can. Between that clutch earlier and these run-outs, he's really feeling that pressure. And of course, it wouldn't be around in this map without FEARX having some form of a reply, and that's Woogie Man finding his 12th kill hunting Nears on the Solus downstairs. It's one less thing to worry about in the late round.
And this seems like the game plan for DPLUS has stayed the same. On Chalet, when they're defending, they gotta stop FEARX from executing. That means go for early kills. And I said this is much more difficult in Cafe than that of Chalet. Here, early spawn peaks, aggression being applied. They don't want to allow FEARX that 5v5 plant position with all the right operators. They got upstairs control. They got a bit of verticality. Timer is ticking away pretty fast though. 50 seconds left. There are Valcams to deal with. Ren on the IQ is alive in this round to find where all those cameras are. There's one in Pillar. I see Mir sitting on that right now. Rin cannot check it. He has to move his drone first.
It's good vert work though from Woogie Man, prepared. Cut off a lot of these positions. It's forced bullet here into the hallway. Oh, falls. Tries to retake into train. He's being watched. He's wondering, do I have to make a move? Do I have to make a peek? Can I sit back and relax? DPLUS have the clock on their side. It's their 5th player right now. As the plant is going down from Rin. Is there an angle? I don't think there is. Falls is cut down from above on the vert from Woogie Man. Levy and Bullet now. It's not an enviable position for them. 2v4 as the post-plant positions are assumed by FEARX. Players above, Rin in the sight. He's got the diffuser down and he's peeking. He's feeding and he falls, but Good Boy's there for the trade. It's match point FEARX. 4 match points before them. And this hasn't been a fight. This has been a massacre on Cafe.
What are you supposed to do? Strategically, FEARX are better. They problem solve every single situation ahead of them. And it's why DPLUS are trying to stop them from having enough players to go for those plans. But then what do you do when FEARX are also mechanically better individually and they keep evening back the man count? Levy gets the spawn peak and guess what? Wookie just walks down the staircase. I'm gonna get this kill. He's 13 and 4. He's playing support flex. He's planting. He's IGLing. He's playing shields on Chalet. They can't stop him.
Yeah.
He's literally back in prime performance this match, this series.
Yeah, and BNK FEARX, like, they know how well they're doing right now. We just saw Coded taunting in the chat. Don't need TT, question mark. I think he's forgotten that actually DPLUS already used their tactical timeout. They took it 4 rounds deep. In the first map, they waited until it was, match point against them, until they took that tactical timeout. This time, you praised them. You said, oh, I like that they're taking it early. And they actually did win the subsequent round. It got them a second attack, but they haven't found a round since then.
Attackers are moving out to locate
Disaster. And it's gonna come down to a bit of frustration now for DPLUS because you come into this with prep work, you got your strat, you got everything figured out, nothing is working. And then on Chalet, it was looking really good until Wookie clutched and went into overtime. And that might have just been that slight mental boom starting Cafe on the wrong foot. Yeah, more aggression here. Yokai drones outside, looking for a run-up again, perhaps.
At this point for DPLUS, it's like, how do you play? Do you play really aggressive, try and get on the front foot early? Or do you play really passive? Because you're like, oh, we can't take any risks now. If I'm D+, what
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want is an early pick that I don't really have to take too many risks for. Like, for example, if Rin overpicks something or a C4 on a player on a window. Have a look at that, though. It's 4 players on these windows. Good Boy's the first one to fall. I don't know how he overexposed himself a little bit there to Levy. That's a good kill. D+ should be able to chill. They have a good read on what this attack is going to be. But where's the util going to come through? Oh, is he going to go for it?
Oh.
Gets the kill.
Risky. Finds it, though. Now, you said early pick for free. What do you do after? Because they got 2 picks. Falls low on HP. Is it play safe now? Is it play in the corners? Crossfires? What's the game plan?
Yeah, Mephi's just used one of
What
his
do you reckon,
Rayoras
James?
as well. I mean, if I'm D+, I'm just being absolutely cowardly and just hiding at the moment. I'm just sitting in my positions. I'm like,
You're not even
"That's not-"
chilling. You're being a coward. Okay.
Yeah, I'm being a coward. I'm not doing what Middy's doing. That's for damn sure. I'm like, guys, everyone just chill the hell out, right? We know these guys are dangerous. Yes, we've killed Woogie Man. That's always nice. Mephi is still alive. Keep that in mind. Coded, he's already clutched up. Let's be wary of him. Rin has his moments. Let's be careful, right? We know that these guys like to get sneaky. That's exactly what Coded's doing right now. He's lurking from up the brown stairs, and you can get a lot of angles from these stairs. A lot of the people on the top floor don't realize that they're exposed to these angles. There's also, if I'm not wrong, nobody on that camera right now, the default camera.
There's not.
Because everyone is alive here on the defense. Thankfully, Levy is down in position and can take him on down. No trade here from the player upstairs. FEARX, that's Rin. I think this round is solidified. That's a good kill for Rin. Takes a lot of health damage. Mephi finished off. 1v4. Yokai taken out, but yeah, this will be the round in the bag. Sorely needed one for D+.
Confirms it. Just thinking ahead here, the issue is kind of the bomb site rotation. It's not... This map of Cafe is a bit tricky. It doesn't really have 4 super playable bomb sites. I think it depends on like what team you ask and also what operators you have available. If you have Mirror up, I think playing mining bomb site can be pretty successful. You can hold upstairs a lot easier. Or if you have a Sami, right now both are open. Playing kitchen and kitchen, I always find it strategically nearly impossible because defenders don't really have a solid way to win in those rounds. If attackers get to execute, then it's curtains, it's over, and FEARX are so good at that.
Yeah.
And I think the hardest part right now for DPLUS is, what do you ban? Like, what operator? They've chosen Capital, we can see it. FEARX chose Echo, but like, Capital has been played, and I couldn't even recall one single round, the previous one. Maybe it was played one prior as well.
The Capital or the
Let me
Echo?
check.
Protect your bombs from being
The Capital, sorry. Only
Capital
played one
was just
round,
played
no?
in that round. That's the only round that FEARX
Yes.
have played it so
Yeah.
far. Yeah, Rin was on the IQ
Yeah,
before
so
that.
and it didn't do much. So it's like you're banning the Capital of all the operators in the world.
just scared of
I don't
the
think they know
executes.
what's gonna hit them. Yeah.
It's just respect, because
I mean,
they're so scared of what Dark and this squad has cooked up in terms of their executes. Maybe they want to play Bakery here. Of course, we actually haven't seen D+ defend the kitchen cooking bomb sites yet. This is their first round they're doing that. They've played 3 rounds of their defense. This is their first time trying it.
That's true, but how much can you do different in this bomb set? That's my whole point. Strategically, you have 2 things you can do. Either you hard turtle all 5 defenders in the bottom floor.
Yeah.
You're gonna have most defenders in the bottom floor and have some people lurk on the staircases. That's your 2 options in this bomb site. It doesn't matter if you're
that it?
FaZe Clan, Furia. Is
that a C4?
Is that a C4? Sorry, C4.
Bullet's got his
It says-
C4 there?
Okay, either this is 500 IQ,
He must
or
have
you fat
misclicked.
fingered.
I think he misclicked. But if he misclicked, surely he would
Surely.
shoot it so that it doesn't make noise.
Right. Pop it and get really, a crazy kill. I mean, it's a clip. 500 IQ, pro player, C4, used in
It's
champion
just
rank.
so far from everything. It's also been spotted by Good Boy, but it's
Yeah.
so far from the doorway. It's also so far from the ceiling up above. Like, there's no way.
It's in a very awkward spot.
If he
I think Good Boy right now is like, what am I watching? He's like, how can I mess this up?
he needs to,
Look at it.
he needs to know that the hallway is clear and then like pre-fire it with the electronics detector, or from above. or something.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
Use the vert. Like, don't take any, because like something funky is happening right now.
Don't
Check
stand
the
too close to
corner.
it.
Yeah, don't. Yep. There we go. Valcam first, C for a second. Okay, we probably solved the biggest question mark we've ever seen. And now we see all 5 defenders are downstairs waiting for FEARX to execute, right?
And you got no
This
clash.
is where, obviously...
You got no echo.
Yeah, there's no win condition, no smokes. There's no C4 because Bullet used it. All you have is Goyo Fire, which should get cleared from above because there are 6 frag grenades on the attack and lineup. And then you have gunfights. There's no plant denial. So the issue here is, if you let FEARX execute even without the Capitao, how are you expecting to win? DPLUS needs to, they need to lash out. They had to make that play, I'm not even gonna lie.
Nah,
they had to.
It was the only way back into it is, honestly, at this point, I'm like, maybe send 2 or 3 players up the same staircase. Like, just because this setup is so dismal for DPLUS. They really needed their tactical timeout here. If they did have that tack, I wouldn't have been surprised if they could bring it back. But FEARX have control. They've got the opening pick as well. 3 players from DPLUS, scared of the vert, are stacked up. I think that was another player flanking up brown stairs, if I'm not wrong. Falls actually finds his kill through the vert. Meanwhile, the attention from BNK FEARX is starting to come in from Bakery. Tanking the gate is Woogieman. Nade comes through. Woogie finds the kill. Supported by Mephi on rappel. This is a big opener here for FEARX. Midi and Nears, the last 2 remaining, and 25 seconds ticking away.
They got through the intel, can walk on in pocket. Nears is hide window. That could change everything if he goes unnoticed, but
that's the thing.
Odds are, Woogieman might nade it.
It's a good nade. Is he aware of the position? Woogie sees it. Big kill for Mephi. Midi against the world. DPLUS, they've looked damn good. They came all the way from Brazil, but they've been sent back to the lower bracket by FEARX. The #1 team from Korea are looking like the #1 team in the APL North. They're through to the grand final.
I mean, it's no surprise they find themselves in the big surprise here is their form that they're currently, how well they're playing, how consistently their players have been showing up, and how they're just fundamentally on a different level in this region. There are so many small things they're doing at a very high level that is outright winning them round after round, giving them comeback after comeback, and the clutches too. They're a very flexible team. They're hitting all the right marks right now.
And even if we're not surprised to see FEARX come away with the win, we're certainly surprised that DPLUS did not put up much of a fight on Cafe. Rob, FEARX, they're through to the grand final.
All right.
I'm
not biased.
All right.
I'm not biased. But LFG! Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm kidding. Honestly, DPLUS Kia have been a phenomenal team so far from what we've seen, but I mean, this is the capability we were talking about at the very start of the day, Nick. We were saying constantly, BNK FEARX are probably our best hope at real APAC. I was going to say dominance, but I stopped for a second because I'm like, well, yeah, and honestly, probably more fitting for BNK FEARX as well. Like we've come to know and love this roster over the last stage, and honestly, today I think might peak it for me, Nick. I think that this is now showing us what we can achieve in APAC. Now, it's only upper bracket final. Don't get too excited, but it's more just the individual moments, the round by round, the attitude of this team. It's just completely, it's beautiful to see.
It's a big moment, that's for sure. Yeah.
I only really have one fear for the FEARX, and that is how much work they're putting in. And that sounds like weird to say because like, oh, they're working too much. We spoke about the ceiling. When you play it for a very long time consistently, you get better. But whenever we interview Dark, he always says they're working harder than anybody that he knows right now. They're playing more than any team in the region. They're putting in all the extra hours, and everyone do that for long enough, you might also hit burnout, and then it's a very, very steep way down from performance level.
You're making such a good point, Pengu.
It's
but also
an unbelievable
the return of
point.
Robot Pengu is really tripping me. Do you
Domi
reckon?
arigato, Mr. Roboto. Sorry.
Do you reckon Robot Pengu lives in like a robot igloo in the robot Antarctica?
I think that's probably the best place that he could be. I was thinking more like Sweden. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Not Norway.
Absolutely
not Finland. Not Denmark. No.
Specifically in How about in Brazil.
Yeah,
Maybe?
his igloo is definitely melting in Brazil.
Well,
I tell you what, I knew AI was coming for our jobs. I didn't realize it was coming for Pengu right now.
Yes, unfortunately it is, but we've got someone else coming for us, and it's a Brazilian. Dark joins us for the interview.
Hey.
Dark, my friend, hats off to you. If I had a hat, if I had hair to put a hat on, I would take it off for you. A massive,
Thank you.
massive victory for you and the roster. I think this has probably been the most entertaining series that I've seen in a long time, especially in APAC, if I'm being completely honest. I always feel like sometimes things fizzle out and can be a little dry. But this series for BNK FEARX is, I mean, this is a different height. How do you and the team feel about the win now that you've had a minute or two after the game?
Yeah, that is true. Of course, was a really hard match. Mainly of the main map, right, 8-7. But it's two maps we love a lot. Have too much comfort, and Café was, in my opinion, really good to see. One beautiful siege to see, right? The concept ideas for both teams, of course, is a hard match. But yeah, of course, we feel really happy. Uh, until here, we don't have enough, right? Because next week is the most important, the grand final. But we have a small thing, so of course, a celebration, right?
Yeah.
Every small step is a celebration.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a great game, honestly. Really entertaining, especially the first map of Chalet Cafe. You guys kind of ran away with it, which was a surprise to me. I was thinking this was likely to go the distance, big 3-mapper. DPLUS have been in really solid form. You beat them before, you beat them again today. It looks really solid. What's that like for you? Being Brazilian, obviously, you know a lot of these guys on the DPLUS roster.
Yeah, like, have a things I can use, of course, about this style, but we try hard a lot in checking all the things how they play this group stage, because when you play the first time against them, we don't have idea. They never played before, right? So they don't play nothing. This year was starting the league, right? Like because have a reload before, so they don't play. So in the first game when you play bank against them, we don't have idea. So we play default against default. But today is really different. We have a too much idea like about the style. Not about Café. Café was the first time they play, but Chalet they play against 836 in the group stage, and this gives to us two men north to know how to play against their style, right? And this make me feeling too much good, so preparation good for the match, right?
Nick?
Am I good? Just a little check. Am I not a robot anymore?
Let's try it, hey? Let's see what happens.
All right. Sorry about that. So, Dark, insane game today. First of all, great fundamentals. You mentioned how much you guys have been practicing lately, working more than anybody else. It's absolutely showing in the results. Is there any fear of burnout? Is that something you guys have considered or practiced or prepared for? Because if you keep grinding, we all know eventually hit a wall.
Honestly, we have. So high chance for tomorrow be one day off for the players, but works don't stop. When I say like we work a lot, the screen is not perfect. We have too much problems every day. But I think some teams laser they screen in the bad way. So maybe you can think like everything's going well in screen, but not. Have some days here we're going crazy when we're just losing so many maps and like really playing really bad. But is that moment to make we be better, right? We can find things, we can improve,
Yeah.
and of course have other things we lose because the other team's playing like a lions in screens, not a tournament, right? So it's in these screens not the best moments for us, but we have some details about a little bit burnout, but it's time to rest a little bit for use everything we have for the big final, right?
Yeah, the big final is coming up very quickly, by the way. It's only a week away now. Look, just before I kind of give you the floor to say your final thing, this roster, this iteration of BNK FEARX might be one of the more exciting rosters we've had, maybe in all of APAC at the moment. A lot of teams have been talking about BNK FEARX. Obviously, the performance is showcasing why people are talking about them. I just want to ask you, how do you feel about the roster? Because obviously you're in the trenches with them every day. You've built this roster together with the team, with the management, and I know the involvement you've had. How do you feel about the roster as a whole? Do you think that the comments that we're making on the desk, that people are kind of looking at BNK FEARX as probably the best team in the region, do you think that that's accurate?
I have to be fair with the other teams like Oceania and Asia, because if I'm saying I'm better than them, I have to prove in the game, right? So we don't have we don't have this game yet, but maybe for second stage, right, when we have the major qualifier, right? So in the Asia finals we can prove that. For sure, we are one of the top teams. And I think, like you're right in that, I think it's the Korean Dream Team. We have too much good pieces in every position we need, and like every day here we work well. You know, we don't have a problems. We don't fight. I can say to you like if some screen go to 11-0, we use every round. We don't have a crazy guys here, and sometimes just me, but they hold myself when I do that. And yeah, I think everyone work very well together. You know, like a good piece together, and in my opinion, the best team Korea can have.
Yep.
Don't have a way to be better than this.
I would totally agree. I'm actually going to leave it on that. Anything you'd like to say before we let you go and prepare for that grand final next weekend?
Yeah, for everyone's support to us, we can wait for see one every time a little bit better FEARX. Next week we're gonna come with everything we have because until now we don't have nothing, right? If you lose next week, was nothing, was okay. It's just second place, you don't get nothing. So it's time to real work one more time to qualify, and we can do better international level. For the Brazilian fans and all everyone, thank you for the support. Valeu todo mundo, galera. Obrigado. And for everyone for in sorry for my bad English. I know it's not the perfect.
Oh, get
It's not
stuffed.
bad.
My God, here we go again. Dark,
Way too humble.
thank you very much for joining us, mate. Best of luck with your preparations for next week, and hopefully we'll be speaking to you after the grand final.
I hope so too.